long time indeed. But there's one thing I've never told you, and that's how I came to leave the Doctor. Somewhere in space, the TARDIS, a blue box, floated in a darkness. Inside was the Doctor, a God only knows how old something being, wearing a multicoloured coat and wielding a head of bright curly yellow hair, stood around a console in the middle of the room.
He let out. He was clearly becoming frustrated with the TARDIS. Then in came a woman of an older age, wearing glasses and a brown cardigan over a white shirt and black formal trousers. She had a cake stand which carried one of her famous Evelyn Smythe mouth-watering chocolate sponge cakes. Ta-da! She let out and placed it on top of the time rotor. No, don't put it there, the Doctor said. Then where should I put it? Evelyn asked. On that chair there, he replied. All right then, Evelyn said. She carefully walked over to the chair. Oh, Doctor, how do you expect me to put anything down when this mountain of coats and umbrellas is piled up like a coat hanger? What? Oh yes, I'll deal with that later, he said. Okay then, time rotor it is, she said. She placed the cake stand on the time rotor. I do say, Dr. Smythe, that looks splendid. Why, thank you, Doctor, she said. I think I'll get into that later, he informed Evelyn. Alongside a cup of hot cocoa? Evelyn asked, tempting the Doctor. Yes, alongside a cup of hot cocoa, he replied. Suddenly, the TARDIS jerked. The cake! Evelyn shouted as the cake flew off of the time rotor and went splat up against the wall. Never mind the cake, someone's locked onto us, the Doctor shouted. Hold on. I am, Evelyn shouted, holding on for dear life. Who's got us? I don't know. I don't recognise the tractor beam model. There's different models? Evelyn asked. Most of the time, yes. So what now? I need to stabilise the TARDIS and then materialise on that ship. He flicked a few switches and suddenly the TARDIS was stable. Evelyn turned to the wall to see the smushed cake on the floor with chocolate icing up the walls. Oh, she said regrettably. Oh, no, the Doctor said. Well, it's no bother. The TARDIS does have an unlimited supply of patisserie ingredients. That cake was... Yes? The Doctor asked. He tilted his head, trying to get Evelyn to make contact with him. She wiped her eyes. The best icing I made yet, she let out. Oh, once this little skirmish is over, we can make another one, together, he said as he materialised the TARDIS. He went to the doors and left the TARDIS. Yes, we can, she said. She sighed. And what I meant to say was that cake was my leaving present to you. She sighed again and followed the Doctor out of the TARDIS. Wait for me! On the spaceship, the Doctor put his hands in his pockets and looked up. Still not recognising this model, the Doctor said to himself. Evelyn then joined him. Well? No, still no idea. Well, that's strange. Yes, it is. Evelyn licked her lips. Can you taste that? It's almost like, a metal tang. Yes, now you mention it.
Stay where you are,
a warped voice shouted. Who are you? the doctor asked. And why did you try to hijack my ship?
You have something we want.
Well, I'm saying no more until I see the buffoon that I'm talking to, the doctor said stubbornly. I have a bad feeling about this, Doctor, Evelyn said in his ear. So do I, he whispered. Suddenly, a door lifted open, and two orange giants with black, bulging eyes stared down at them. Oh my, she shouted. What are they? Slitheen, he told her.
We are Blathereen, and we want your TARDIS.
My TARDIS? Whatever for? I demand you tell me now.
We want your TARDIS to compress planets and use them for money.
What are your names? Both of you.
Not Soul. Elmo.
Well, that'll be easy to remember. Yes, it will, the doctor replied to Evelyn.
We want your TARDIS. And if you don't give it to us, we will kill you and turn your skin into the Slitheen bodysuits.
Dr. Smythe is a Blathereen, cousin of the Slitheen, another species amongst the money-minded Raxacoricophalapadorians, he said. Try saying that with your mouth full, she said sarcastically.
You will come with us.
No, we shall not, the doctor protested.
Yes, you will.
Con grabbed a hold of Evelyn and put his sharp claws to her neck. Doctor, Evelyn cried. Fine, let her go. He finally caved in. Con freed Evelyn.
Well then, to the control room we go.
In the control room, Evelyn and the doctor stood in front of a screen presenting a white globe.
This is our target,
Bell told them. That planet. It looks familiar, Evelyn said. Yes, well, I suppose it does, the doctor said. Where have I seen it before? She slapped her forehead. Think, Evelyn, think.
We will use your TARDIS to compress this planet into energy, and it will make us rich. We'll have all the credits in the galaxy.
Oh, Evelyn let out a pure horror. You can't do this. It's wrong. It's immoral, the doctor argued.
By using the Gallifreyan Mercury fluid link, it'll excel the matter compressor, allowing us to compress planets from further distances.
Bell explained.
And if you let us have it, you and your friend here will go unharmed.
Con said, attempting to bargain with the doctor. Doctor, you can't give them that fluid link. Evelyn, what is it? That planet. It's Világ, she said once more in pure horror. I see. Nope, I'm not giving you the fluid link, he said.
Con, lock them up.
And with that, Bell and Con cornered the doctor and Evelyn, each of them holding a canister. They flicked a switch on the canister and blew it in their faces. Both the doctor and Evelyn fell unconscious. The doctor and Evelyn awoke, strapped to a chair. In front of them, both Bell and Con gobbled their way through an exotic-looking plant. Ugh, Evelyn said with disgust. Don't you have any table manners? Just as she made the insult, Con burped. It appears not, the doctor said. What is that stuff?
Rockwood. A Raxacoricophalapadorian galaxy.
Rackweed? Sensitive to noise, correct? The doctor asked.
Yes. Why do you ask?
The doctor and Evelyn stood up. Yes, I've heard of it before. Not the nicest of stuff, is it? He said.
What is it? Come along, Bell.
Evelyn? Yes, doctor? Let's go. At the TARDIS, the Blathereen were preparing the implements that could be used to dismantle the TARDIS. Stop where you are!
No.
Well then, you've left me with no choice. Doctor? The Doctor punched the security systems, sending a high wave frequency through the ship. The Blathereen's stomachs gurgled.
How dare you! You obey!
The Doctor and Evelyn ran past them and into the TARDIS. Back in the TARDIS, Evelyn presented the Doctor with another one of her famous chocolate cakes. "Do not get this smashed against the TARDIS again," she said. The Doctor laughed. She went into one of the corridors and took out 2 suitcases. "Doctor." He turned to see her with the 2 suitcases. "Evelyn, I think it was time they go to Világ." On Világ, the TARDIS stood. Evelyn was also stood, however, outside of the TARDIS with her 2 suitcases. She smiled and took in the surroundings. "Thank you, Before she could finish her thanks, the TARDIS dematerialized. "Doctor for everything," she continued. She looked down and pulled up the handles of her suitcases and continued to walk. Back in the TARDIS, the Doctor wiped a tear from his eye. "I'm sorry, Evelyn. One day I will return to say goodbye. I will." You have been listening to Doctor Who's Short Trip Destinies, Prisoners of the Blathereen, written by R.B. Wilson and read by Ray Dunlap. Doctor Who's Short Trip Destinies, Prisoners of the Blathereen is a Fallout Productions production.